Hello.
Hey.
How are
Oh,
you?
there you are. Hi.
Um,
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
yeah, can you hear me?
hmm So it's so nice to meet you, Dani. I'm Kim. So we haven't actually talked like face to face yet, but we've emailed and messaged. So I'm so glad that we finally got to do this.
Yeah.
And I've been watching a lot of your lives, and I just finished Men of Mayhem and Vengeance, and I reviewed it, loved it, had a blast with that. So I am super excited to chat with you. So now feel like I have a little bit more to talk to you about now that I finished that because that was so good. I enjoyed it so
Yeah.
much.
Your review was so funny. With all the gifs, that was great. I loved it. That was so
I
different.
I'm having so much fun with those because now that I'm doing like this, it takes up a lot of my time. And so I don't have the time to like write my reviews like I used to. I used to write, like long reviews and do like all these graphics and everything. I just don't have time for that anymore. And so I was just like, how can I make this enjoyable for people to look at and not take me 3 hours? So
Yeah, it's for
that's
the visual
it.
people too. It draws them in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I have a blast. And I'm like one of those people that just talks with gifts anyway. So like I just send people gifts all the time. So that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Well,
Everybody
thank
seems to
you
like it.
too. Thank you for taking the time to do interviews because, you do this, with your free time and time is precious. And so you are appreciated as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I'm a huge audiobook nerd. I have listened to audiobooks for decades, and I'm just just a big fan of the whole genre, the whole art form. And so I just really enjoy talking to you guys because it really just it's fun for me, and I love getting y'all out there for more people to see. And because we all have our favorites, we all have people that we listen to, we all have people that we are drawn to, and we go, oh, I know if that person's on it, I'm definitely going to listen. But
Right.
there's so many talented people out there that just haven't been seen, enough. And so I think you guys are all amazing what you do. You sit here and you just put yourselves out there every day, and that's a big deal. So it should
Yeah.
be recognized. So I'm just going to do a little introduction. Everybody here already knows you, but you are Dani Staro. You have 15 titles on Audible in 1 year, a little over a year.
Yeah.
Is that right? That's great. So that's a lot. And you kind of jumped all in feet first. 15 is a lot in a year for somebody in your first year. That's really successful.
Yeah, and the first one took 3 months, so it it was a slow start, but it
So
picked up.
a year is deceptive. So it's really more like 9 months.
Yeah, because December was 4, so
Yeah,
they
even
were slow
four.
moving.
Wow. So like one a week in December. That's crazy. And you had Christmas.
Yeah, and then my kids were off for a, a good amount of it, and I knew I had deadlines for December was pretty wild, and they were I had like bulks of the books, so it wasn't like a 2 hour
hmm
quickie. It was
Yeah.
like full books. Yeah.
As most female narrators are, you guys are doing, 60-70% of most of these, books. And
Yeah.
you're really carrying the load on a lot of these. So I think it is kind of, people underestimate how much more you have, in your bucket on these things when you do these duet narrations. Everybody thinks it's all equal, but it's really, you guys are really pulling a lot of the weight, reading a lot of the meat
Yeah.
of the story. And
Yeah.
that was really true in Men of Mayhem and Vengeance. I mean, you were the basically main narrator of that whole story. you
Yeah. It
know
was so yeah.
it was very very heavy on your character, and then of course all the guys were great, and they added that punch of fun and flavor and spice, and that's always so much fun to listen to, but you really were like the storyteller of that whole book. So it was really I think I picked a good one to listen to, my first one of yours, because it was so much of you, and I just really enjoyed your voice. I really enjoyed the way that you did everything. I love the way that you portrayed Sylvia, and I love how she evolved throughout the book. Like, just I don't know. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed her as a character, and I think you did it really well. So
I enjoyed her very much.
yeah, she's really neat. Like, kind of the Benny, you kind of think she's going to be, a little bit of a pushover, kind of meek, all those things. And really, she just kind of comes into her own. And I love that. We love a good arc.
She was
Yeah.
broken. She went from being broken to being the one who breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
And yeah. And I mean, and she went through some really rough stuff in that book. So, I mean, for her to come out on top, literally on the other side of it it was really great. And then, of course, the surprise at the end, everything. I loved it all. I was really emotional until it got to the end. I was like, this just doesn't feel right,
A lot of crying in that book.
I'm telling you, I did not expect it. And that's one of the reasons why I put that on my review, was like, I didn't expect it to be this emotional, but it really was. It was a very emotional story, and so that was a good surprise. And it's a really good, like, little bite of an audiobook. It's only like, I think 5 hours, like between 4 and 5 hours.
It was like, I think, like just at 6, like right.
Yeah. So, I listened to it like in a day. It was so much fun, and I think you guys would all love it if you go and listen to it. And great cast. We've got, Dani, we've got Lucas Troy, we've got Ivan Murray, we've got Caden Hart and Tor Tom. And so that was a great cast. And all the voices were really different. So,
and they were the best for those characters.
They were. They really were.
Like, I could not have pictured anybody else but Lucas Troy being Reaper. Like, it was,
yes. I can't wait to chat with him. I'm going to chat with him in a couple of weeks. So yes, I'm very excited. So, and now that I've listened to that, I'm like even more excited, because he just really, it was his part in that book, his voice was so unique. It was not what I expected. So I really enjoyed it a lot. I really enjoyed the whole book. So I don't want to bore you with questions that you've probably answered a million times, but I do think, a lot of people would like to know, how you got started, and, what kind of drew you to where you're at right now. So
I've always been a reader. I used to average probably 300 books a year. I would read all the time. And as I got older and kids and household responsibilities, I started gravitating towards audiobooks because, easier.
Yep.
And so I listened to a lot of audiobooks. And, the more you listen to something, you start to say, like, well, I can do this. And, I'm kind of theatrical. And so I was in network marketing, which was predominantly through social media, for 15 years. And so I was no stranger to recording myself. I've recorded digital stuff for the company. I've recorded trainings. I've spoken in front of hundreds of people. So I've never been shy in that, that way, putting myself out there. And I already had kind of like, I knew how to edit and things like that. So that kind of, not audiobook edit. I had a lot to learn. I'm not going to come in here and say I know it all. No, I don't.
Sure.
But I had the basics. And so I saw a narrator talking on TikTok about it. And I was like, oh, okay, they do it from home. And like, I can do that. Like, I read to my kids. I can do voices. And so I auditioned and I got the parts. Like,
Like,
and
really
so,
quickly.
Yeah. I put 2 auditions in and they both were like immediates. And I was like, wait a minute, they picked me? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I have to do this. But I kind of put the horse before the cart. No, cart before the horse. And I had like nothing. Like, I didn't have a spot to do it in. I trial and errored like so many different places in my house. So that first audiobook took a few months because I was literally learning as I went. And I realized that, the sound that I used to have for my podcasts didn't have to be perfect. They do when you're an audiobook narrator.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
have this
It's a little different.
sound. You can't have these extra sounds in the background. So once I finally got established with being comfortable and having a good system, then I started doing it faster.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then my marketing and they kind of just started coming in the jobs. So
I mean, you have a really great voice. I say this all the time. It's like with female narrators, you have to be very pleasing to the ear for people to keep listening to a book because you are doing a lot of the heavy lifting on these books.
right.
So, it's kind of a soapbox that I always get on, but I don't think, female narrators get enough hype, get enough attention, get enough praise for what they do. If they weren't there, you wouldn't be listening. Like you wouldn't be listening. And then it's like, yes, you need to be able to see yourself in these stories, but these ladies are the ones helping you do that. Sometimes people will go, well, I can't identify with that because I wouldn't say that, or she doesn't sound like me, or whatever. And it's like, yes, I understand that.
And a lot of them are listening to it at such a fast speed
Oh my gosh,
where
right?
like I sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks anyway. So if you don't like my voice, then just speed me up,
Speed it up. No, I agree. And I think that I can't go over. I can't go over like 1 point. I go 1.5 and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just because I just enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy audiobooks. Like,
Yeah. I'm a 1.0. I never listen to it at a faster speed.
yeah.
I can't process it. Before I can get it in here, it's gone because it's too fast.
Yeah.
But then people are used to it and they slowly build their like resistance to it so they
Yeah.
eventually can do 2.0. I've listened to myself at 2.0 and I'm like, that's chipmunk. Like
Yeah. I couldn't
not
do
me.
it. I
No.
couldn't do it.
But to each their own.
Yes, yes, exactly. No, I don't yuck anyone's yum. Everyone does their own thing. Whatever you love to do, you do it. You do you. I love it. So, do you have any specific routines or rituals that you do whenever you're getting ready to go every day or
Well, for like a project, I have to read the book first.
Mhm.
I recorded one audiobook where I didn't read it beforehand, and it was very hard for me. I kept like forgetting about the characters. I forget what voice I assigned to them. And I felt like it wasn't consistent, my performance.
Mhm.
The reviews were great. So I guess I was just being a little hard on myself, but just the way it felt, I
Mhm.
didn't like it. So I always have to read the book before.
Yeah.
And if I read it like Men of Mayhem, I read the book as soon as she approached me for it. And then I didn't record it for like 2 months. So like before I went to record it, I had to like read it again just to like skim it and like remember. Because that's when I realized like, okay, this is going to be happening. I need to prepare myself for this. These are the characters. These are the voices that I'm going to do for the characters. And this way it's smooth for me.
Right.
As far as daily goes, I have tea. I have to have coffee because, coffee. But I do have like a throat tea. I use like these like throat gummies when I'm starting to feel like, I got voice drops for when I start to feel like froggy.
Yeah.
But, some warm up exercises and stuff like that. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that most everybody's been that way. It's just kind of been like, yeah, just have the things that I like and I'm comfortable.
Literally in a closet for 8 hours a day. There's only so much you can do in here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, how many beverages do you have? At least 3,
Yeah. And honestly, too, it does get kind of lonely, like when I used to work in the hospital, like I had friends and, colleagues. And when you're in a closet all morning and afternoon, it gets kind of lonely. And so I found myself gravitating towards checking social media more often because I was kind of bored. I would just take more breaks and stuff. And so I just started recently going live every day on TikTok, just doing my thing on mute or whatever. And my friends are in the chat. They come and hang out and it holds me accountable and I'm working more and everybody's having fun. So,
I think that's great. Like I know that a lot of narrators are doing these, are doing sessions live on TikTok, and it's so neat for us as listeners. But it's also, I know it's great for you guys. It keeps you accountable. Like you said, you get to hang out with friends and just kind of not feel like you're by yourself all the time, and, have someone to joke around with, or, just anything. I mean, like, that kind of stuff can really take a toll on your mental health whenever you're, you know, by yourself all the time. And, reading these, sometimes really heavy, topics and things like that, and so I can imagine that it would be difficult to be by yourself all the time like that. So you said you read a lot before you started, and I'm sure you read less now, but you still read. Yeah, I know. That's the worst part about it. Yeah. Yes, you don't have time to read as much anymore. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
very rare.
But so when you did read a lot, were you a big romance reader? Was that like your genre?
Yeah.
Was that your thing? Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I got into reading when I was younger with Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
And Harry Potter's amazing, And then, went through the Twilight stage and everything. And then 50 Shades of Grey.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like the evolution of Dani. And I like romance. I need to be pulled in with a love story, whether they hate each other or they love each other or whatever. I need something holding me there. And romance. You'll never hear me narrating a business book or a history book or something. No, I need the romance. But I gravitate towards the dark romance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because it's not real life for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there's no like masked man chasing me in the woods, right? Like,
Yeah.
fantasy to me. And so I like the make believe aspect of it. But I do like a little rom com or contemporary romance to like, a little palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
But I do gravitate towards the darker and the romanticy here and there.
Yeah,
But,
same.
yeah.
I'm the same way. Yeah. I think I think dark romance is way more important than people realize. It is healing for a lot of people. Romance is a great way to teach people empathy. It's a great way to teach people to how to deal with their feelings, men especially. So
Absolutely. Yes.
I think that people underestimate romance quite a bit, underestimate the genre in general, underestimate the readers. It changes people. It changes people a lot. I've seen a lot of my friends, husbands or boyfriends or whatever, who get into stuff with them, and it's like they really do. They start to understand things a little bit.
You learn a lot about yourself. Like, unless you're in the book world, you don't get it. You don't get it.
No.
And so that's why I love when like I hear about like husbands and wives reading together. Like that is amazing because you're like escaping into like another world and you get to talk about it. Like that's beautiful. But yeah, as I started reading dark romance, I learned a lot about myself. Like,
Right.
I read a book that was MM, and I'm like, okay, not me enjoying this right now. Like, what?
Who knew?
What? And then Heated Rivalry comes out, and I'm like, okay.
Oh my God, don't get me started. We could go. We could go,
Yeah.
girl.
But, you discover things about yourself that you didn't know, and there's nothing wrong with discovering new things about yourself, no matter what age you are.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think we're all better off the more we discover about ourselves, especially as we get older,
We
it's a less.
change.
Yes, exactly. Especially women, we get, kind of boxed in our 20s into things that we probably aren't the best for us, but they're what's easy or what other people think we should be doing. And, I think people, when you get to your 40s, it's like, yeah, it's me time. It's like, I'm going to figure out who I really am,
They say that a woman changes every 10 years. And I look back at the 20-year-old of me and like, I'm not that person anymore.
My gosh, no.
In every single.
And thank God.
Yeah. And I mean, 20 years ago, whatever, I was a nurse. Now I'm narrating audiobooks. So like, I'm just proof that you can evolve and be happy doing that and be successful,
Yeah.
you know?
And all the more lucky if you have people around you who support you.
And those people are in the chat right now. So shout out to
Oh.
Alice and Rob and Alexiana and Elva and all you awesome people down there, because you make this job so much more fun and rewarding.
And you guys really do. I mean, I was kind of going through your catalog, and you really do have like a little kind of core group of people that you do narrate with a lot. And I have found such an amazing group of friends and people in this community, and they have all been so encouraged. I would have never done this. I would have never done this without the people that I've met in the past year doing all this stuff. And I think you feel the same way. It's like, you start something because it's something that you want to do, but then it's the people that you meet that help you really kind of, get there, and get to your potential. So
And you need those people, because I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit. Because it's not easy, doing something new and having inner battles with yourself on, if you're good or not, or if how people are going to judge you. And like, it's like, it's a constant battle, that imposter syndrome and all that. And so if you don't have people supporting you or being proud of your accomplishments, then why do it?
Right. Exactly.
Why through that then,
Yeah, I mean, you can only toot your own horn for so long. Like, you need people with you to. I love that you have that like little group that you guys are so tight, and I just think that's really great. And it just makes everything easier. Romance was your thing, so, and you pretty much only do romance narration right now. Have you been asked to do anything else, and you're just kind of like, it's not really for me?
I did. I was asked to do a thriller, which I'm down for that. I would do a thriller. I would do a horror. I would try them all. I just, because it's still a good story. Like, it'll still pull me in. I just know I can't do nonfiction stuff.
Yeah. No, I
It has to be fiction. It has to be make believe, because let's be real. I'm trying to escape my real life in a book. So, I got enough real stuff here. I want to be somebody else here,
I think we all do. I think we all do. So you are doing this full time right now. So you don't have another like day job or anything anymore. So that's good.
Yeah, I work part-time at a college. I teach nursing. But that's more like the beginning of the semester, they'll call me and say, hey, we have these classes. Can you do any of them? And I'm usually like, no. I'm a little picky with it. They usually want me to do a lecture, and I just can't. I can't do a lecture. I like hands-on nursing. So unless they have a clinical for me, I usually just tell them I can't do it. And honestly, I'm busy now with this. I'm booked, and that's great.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I have obligations to the authors, and I'm doing something that I'm enjoying. So see where it goes.
Yeah. It's so funny to me how many of us are in the medical field. I think burnout is real for medical professionals, and how we all gravitate to romance books and just like, oh my God, get me out of here and help me, just get out of my head, and so I think it really is kind of funny. There's so many medical professionals that have kind of migrated over to the book space, and I love that. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, when I read Wonderland Asylum, Ellis Worth, she's in the chat here.
That's on my list. It's next.
Oh, I'll get you a code. Thank
you. So nice.
You're welcome. So when I was reading it, she's a nursing student and she works in a psych ward. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, do you know that I'm a nurse and I worked in psych? I couldn't believe it.
Couldn't have been any better.
This is me. I don't have two hot stepbrothers trying to hook up with me. But other than that, this was me,
Yes.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice when you really kind of are like already there. You're like, I got this. Like, this is what I do for lunch, Yeah.
And I think that because I do have experience in other elements of my life, nursing and social media marketing and things like that. I've done a lot of stuff. I think that makes me a better narrator because I'm seasoned. I've lived.
Absolutely.
I've experienced. I'm a mom. I have a special needs son. I'm I got a lot of stuff. Like I have a lot of history in my life, and that only makes me more, I guess not versatile, but prepared because I've lived life.
Yeah. And I mean, we spend all day talking to people we don't know. Like literally, like you have conversations all day with people you don't know. You're comforting people that you've never met before. You're building bonds with people that, you may never see again. And, that is not easy, but it does prepare you for a lot of other things in life. To me, it makes sense. It makes sense that it does really kind of just give you that step up, that edge. And, speaking of, social media, like you guys have to be so present on social media. You really are basically selling yourselves, trying to get attention.
Especially as a female.
Yeah.
It's competitive.
Girl, don't get me on my soapbox.
There's a lot of female narrators, so there's competition out there. But so that was very challenging for me in the beginning because you compare yourself. Well, I don't sound like her. Like I don't have a voice like her. And it's like you don't have to have a voice like her. Everybody has different voices, And there are a bajillion authors and a bajillion books to narrate. And
there's so many books.
So many. And I just had to get into the mindset that like, okay, this author doesn't like me, that's fine. Hopefully she finds someone that she likes, but this author likes me. And so that's good, and so there's always going to be something out there for me,
Absolutely. And it's not, and that's the thing is like, you can't look at it as a competition. You have to look at it as a team.
Right.
Otherwise you'll just drive yourself crazy. Like,
yeah. And you won't thrive, you'll drive yourself crazy, but then you won't grow because if you're constantly doing that to yourself in your head, you're going to stay stuck there in that spot and not grow. You have to make peace with your inner demons and all that.
And think of all the stuff that you learn from other people, and not just learn from other people, but learn from rejection and learn from somebody telling you no. Like,
I was in sales for 15 years. The amount of times I was told no would make, a tough person cry. Yeah. And I think that so much prepared me because I was rejected a lot with that business. Mm-hmm. That's what you do. You put yourself out there and they say no, or they say, yeah, they say maybe, whatever, But you're right. Like you're selling yourself. Like this business is half recording the book and half marketing yourself. It's 100%. A full-time job, 24 hours a day. When I'm awake, I'm working this. Besides, taking care of my kids and doing that stuff. But yeah, you're selling yourself. You have to.
You are. No one else is going to do it for you. I mean,
no, even if you pay someone to do it. No one. My mama always said, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And so that mentality in me, it's a good thing and a bad thing because I overwork myself and I get stressed and burnt out a little bit, but I have that mentality that like, okay, I'll just do this myself because I'm doing it myself, right? Like,
why not? Yeah, I'm already doing it.
I'm going to do it the best because like by the time I explain it to someone, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. But you got a lot of love, I mean, all this love down here, these people are just loving on you like crazy. And, I love that. Like you said, you kind of come from that sales background, so you kind of know that what it's like to put yourself out there. But I think a lot of people kind of get into this not knowing how much they're gonna have to do that. And I really feel for those people because it really is all or nothing. I mean, you have to be out there, you have to be in front of people, you have to put yourself in people's faces, your voice. You have to do your job basically on a stage all the time with who knows how many strangers watching. It's one thing to do a job that you already don't feel the most comfortable or you're doing it for the first time. Like I'm reading this book for the first time. Like I'm literally reading it in front of you. And that's like a super vulnerable thing to do. And you guys do it and you joke around and you have a good time and you're and you chat with people who are watching, and like that's a big deal.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I think even though, yes, it is a necessity that you do that so that people, will find you and will want to listen to you, it's still, you don't have to. And you don't have to take your time out to talk to people or to answer things or to do interviews with people. And so,
It's like a, yeah, balance, right? Like, yes, it takes more time to do all that stuff, but what's going to come back because of it?
I
You
mean,
know,
obviously,
yeah,
yeah.
you take a time to do an interview, you take time to go live on TikTok and record, and it does take time and it's tiring, and you're putting yourself out there, but the positives that come back are worth it. So
Mhm.
there's definitely risk involved, and this is not a job that you're getting paid for your time.
Nope.
You're not. And a lot of people don't know that until they get into it. But you have to utilize your time well. And so in the beginning, you're going to have to put a lot of effort in. You have to establish your name. And it's no different than a brick and mortar business.
True.
There's financial investment, there's time investment, there's advertising yourself. Like a lot of it's very similar.
Mhm.
You know, you have to
Yeah, it
sit
is.
down and
It
make
is. It's building word of mouth. It's building a reputation. It's, letting everybody know you're there. Like just letting people know you're there is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, cause in me doing this, just the amount of people that I didn't even know existed until I started, going searching voice actors and narrators and trying to find people that I wanted to talk to or that I wanted to shine a light on, and that there's so many people that I didn't even know were there, and it's like it's crazy. It's so there's so many wonderfully talented people out there that you don't even know are there. And so
Which is a little sad sometimes too, because if they were marketing themselves, or they had the ability or the help or things like that, like maybe they would be more out there.
yeah, I just don't think they realize. Like you said, I don't think people know when they get into this. They think, oh, I'll just get to sit in my booth and I'll be by myself and I'll get
The
to
crowd
talk to
will come
myself all day and
Yeah,
and I don't have to people at all.
yeah.
It's like,
No,
well, you got to people. You got to people a lot.
it's a business.
It is. And
It,
you're your product. You're your own product. Like you literally, that's it. So I get it. So, how much direction do you get from authors? A lot of times, do you? I mean, do you? Yeah. How much do they give you liberties, and how much do you kind of take direction from them?
I love direction because I want it to be what they want it to be.
Mhm.
And so thankfully, the authors pretty much that I've worked with have all become good friends of mine. And so we have a great communication because I don't go through the production company with them. They were all like independent, private
Yeah.
jobs. So I have more flexibility with the authors that way.
Mhm.
But one job, she told, it was actually with Rob. If he's still here, I don't know.
I think
Um,
so.
she said, I said, do you have any input or, to let us know, how you want these voices to go or whatever? And she said, just have fun with it. And so, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have
Okay.
fun with it. And that was it. And so
Yeah.
we had fun
And
with it.
yeah, and I'm sure it would turned out great. I've read things before and then listened to them, and it really is kind of crazy how much listening to a narrator's interpretation of a book can change the way you even read and the way that you even think of a story. Or, I say it's like the difference between a text message and a phone call. Sometimes you're reading a text message and you're like, are you
Yeah,
mad at me? Like, are
differently.
you, did I piss you off? Like, what's happening right here? And then you listen and I'm like, no, I was just talking about, whatever. So I think it's really cool whenever you get a different perspective from listening to a book as opposed to eyeball reading it. So I think that's one thing that people kind of underestimate about audiobooks is
Yeah.
that you do. I mean, it's not just lazy reading, it's
Yeah, and it's not just reading. It really is a performance. You're putting emotion and humor and all that into narration because we're not just reading it like a robot, right? Like the old school audiobooks
Right.
back in the day where it was just like dictating what the words were. This
Right.
is like a legit performance.
It's acting. 100%. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's, no one has ever really said that it bothers them, but I always, say is like, does it bother you when people call you a narrator as opposed to a voice actor? Because I think that there is that kind of connotation with a narrator where it's just like, you're just reading me a book, Um, but I think also it's the term that's always been there, so it's how you recognize
So
people.
my personality is very laid back.
Mhm.
I don't get bothered by things like that. Like if
Yeah.
someone says one thing or the other, I'm just like, all right. But for myself, I call myself a narrator before an actor. And I think that's just because I'm still so new and I I don't feel like I know I'm an actor, but I don't feel like I am sometimes because it is so new still.
I mean, that's fair. I
You
get that.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
I mean, you definitely are an actor,
right.
but I understand that, like, I would never call myself an interviewer. I've been doing this for, a year, less than a year, and it's like, I would never say that about myself, even though I know that some people would say that differently. No, I'm a sonographer. What are you talking about? That's what I do. So it's like,
And that took me time. So if you would have asked me over the summer, what do you do for a living? I know, I knew it was going to be him too. That um, if somebody would have asked me over the summer, what do you do for a living? I would say a nurse because I've been a nurse for almost 20 years and I'm a nurse, right? But if somebody asked me now, I would say I'm a voice actor, and it would sound kind of weird saying it because it's still so new. Um,
but
but
it's true.
it's
But
true.
you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done a lot in a year. You've really kind of built, like I said, it's like kind of like a team of people, and I think you
Yeah.
kind of collect people, and I'm the same way. So I kind of like, yes, give me all my people because I totally understand that. I've watched. And this is going to sound silly, but I watched like a couple of interviews with you with other people because I always like to do that because I don't like to be redundant when I talk to people. I could tell that you were like me in that way. It's like you just like your people, like you want as many people as possible in your little group, and I love that.
And
So
so it's funny because I kind of got like the nickname of being like the male narrator pimp because listen, I've been called worse. Okay. Um, so because I do get approached by authors often um, because of the marketing, right? Comes
yeah,
back to you.
yeah.
Um, it's a well, I don't know nothing about audiobooks. I'm an indie. I've never done it before. Tell me about it. And so I kind of just like kind of I kind of created this like kind of like a production company in a way. I have my own engineer that he's amazing, Chris. He did a lot of our books, and I've
You
worked with.
can you can just call it a harem. It's fine.
I will. That's hysterical. So because I've worked with these male narrators before, it's as simple as saying, "Hey, I got a book here. It's this many words. This is when they want it for. Are you available?" And if they are, they are. And so now that I have established relationships with them, it's easy. Like with Men of Mayhem, she literally said, "I don't really have any like input besides this is kind of who the characters are. I trust you." And that was huge for me because at that point, I think I've only had about 10 audiobooks out. I'm still new and people don't really know who I am yet. And for Lauren Beale to come to me, like I almost like
Right.
I had to like look at it again. Um And so it's like, okay, these are the guys, and who do you have? And I'm like, the businesswoman in me is like shooting her off reels of all my guys, and I'm like, this is my guy for this guy, this is my guy for this guy, and she's like, yep, 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 and it was kind of like done, like that's how it went, and so that's why I do those reels, because you never know who's going to message you and say, who do you have? And I'm like, well, this is what this guy sounds like, and
Yeah.
it ain't easy, pimp, it ain't easy, but
It shows. I mean, it shows that you have this like friend group and that you're all very close and that you do support each other, and that just makes everything easier. It just makes life easier.
especially when they're easy to work with.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing that Dani don't do. Dani don't beg. If you don't want the job, if you're not available, just tell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm a big girl. I will find someone else. I promise you. If you're not available, if you can't commit to the time, if you can't get back to me, if you can't answer emails within a couple days, like you're too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Great for you. Congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome. But don't leave me hanging. Just let me know, and that'll be it,
Yes. I mean, I think that's fair, especially as much work as you do to get the people that you care about, seen and out there. I mean, so I think that's only fair to request, a little bit of respect back. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, you got to respect people in the industry, because this industry can change like that. It's
one book. I mean, one book. You just do one book that just blows up and goes crazy, and you never know what it's going to be. You never know which one it's going to be, and then it's everything's different,
right.
And if you got the good right friends, and you treat people with respect, and not even friends, if you just are a good person to work with and you treat people with respect, that will come back to you. It really will, especially in communities like this where it's a lot smaller than you think it is.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So accents. So what accents do you hate and what accents do you love?
I hate accents.
All of them.
I mean, listen, because I'm not trained in accents, they're uncomfortable. It's like something that you're not used to doing. But if I do have to do an accent, I will watch like some YouTube videos to like kind of understand like the dialect and things and how they speak, and listen to a lot of videos so that I can kind of like emulate them. So like I could do British, and honestly, like I'm comfortable doing British. Anything else, I would really I would tell the author, like, listen, I'm going to need to practice this a little bit and maybe do some coaching or something, because I don't want to give, I want to give 100%.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And again, that's respectful. That's honesty. That's saying, hey, look, I would love to do this for you, but maybe I'm not the right person,
Right.
And I think that's something that's going to come back to you again. That's going to come back to you later on.
My Southern accent. Yes. I got on you, Miss Ellis. Talking to you all the time. I started to rub off on me. New York accent, obviously, because I'm from New York. But yeah, like I'm never gonna lie on a resume and say, "Hey, I can do a Russian accent and this and that," because like I can't do a great one. So like, could I fake one? Probably, but I'll never say, "Oh yeah, I can do it, no problem."
Yeah, no faking it till we make it here.
No, and that book that I did with Rob, after we accepted the job, she was like, "Oh, by the way, can you do an Australian accent?" And I'm like, no.
I'm sorry.
I can fake one. I can try. And so, like, not me watching Bluey for 3 days straight with my kid, trying to pick up on that I watched Bluey saved the day in that one. Let me tell you.
I mean, Bluey is great.
Oh yeah,
you can't beat Bluey.
No.
So, do you have any hobbies, anything that you like to do when you're not narrating? So, like, are you a gamer? Do you watch movies?
I am an artist. I paint. I
Oh, I love that.
I make clothes. I sew. I crochet.
Why am I not surprised that you do everything?
I'm a pretty good artist. I've painted like murals and all kinds of stuff, but I don't have time to do any of that anymore.
Right.
And the crochet, I love to crochet. I can probably crochet anything, honestly, but I do get like the carpal tunnel after a while. So the only time you'll see me crocheting is on an airplane because what else are you going to do on an airplane?
Right?
So you'll see me making a baby blanket because someone's always having a baby and Danny likes to be prepared. So
That's hilarious. So you said you have a special needs kiddo. How many kiddos do you have?
I have 3 boys.
Oh.
Joseph and James are 12, and James is my special needs son. He has autism. And Christopher, my firecracker child, is 5.
Oh.
Boy mom.
Okay, so you got a good gap there like me. I've got a 17 and an 11. So I think I love that gap. I think it's great.
The
So
gap was not planned.
clearly, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
nobody usually plans it,
No,
but you know.
my twins were fertility IVF. I was told I could not have children, and so I did IVF for 3 years. Finally got my boys, and the doctor's like, "Yeah, no, you can't have kids. You're good. No birth control." Okay. 7 years later, natural pregnancy. Right, a week before, found out a week before COVID hit. I'm still shocked that I have a third child. It was pretty shocking.
Yeah. Right before COVID. I don't think my brain could never have been pregnant during COVID. I don't know how anyone did it. Ugh, nope.
It was very scary, and the birth was even scarier.
Oh gosh, I know. Like everything. Like it's already so like anxiety inducing just being pregnant in general, but like then having going through all this uncertainty with, everything that was happening at the time. I had so much respect for anyone that was pregnant at that time because I was like I would have been a basket case. Like it would have not
Yeah, not to mention, like virtual teaching your kids. I'm like, listen, if you get on the computer, you get on the computer. I don't care. Watch Bubble Guppies because that's all we're doing right now.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those things that these kids really just they're going to carry that with them their whole lives. That's going to be
the 12-year-olds because COVID was during their kindergarten, first and second grade, and that's when kids are learning to socialize and learning to read.
Yep.
So we're going to find out in probably 10 years the residuals of that. But
oh yeah. Yeah, my daughter still to this day is very like she's a loner. She's not, she's not super social. Like she's really sweet and she loves being around people, but
I noticed it with my son and his friends.
Yeah.
Big time compared to Christopher, who talks to anybody, which is cool, but he does.
Yeah, my 17-year-old's the same way. It's like he's out there, like he's good. Yeah. But my daughter's just like, I'd rather be at home with you, Mom. I'm good. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not complaining.
Neither am I. I remember what I did at that age, so I'm happy he's choosing to stay home.
Ooh, and we're glad the internet wasn't around, weren't we? 100%. I'm just glad I'm alive. We'll just leave it at that. So have you done any conventions or are you doing any appearances anywhere or anything like that coming up?
I'm going to the Audis on March 2nd. I'm excited about that.
Exciting.
And I'm going to 2 conventions in the summer, Rebels and Realms, which is in Arkansas.
I'm going.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, exciting. Yay.
Yeah, one of the authors that it was like my first ever street team. Like she's like really one of my best friends now. Her name is Melissa Lamb, and she's going to be there, and it's going to be the first time we've ever like met in person. And so yeah, me and my little group of girls were going to Arkansas because I'm in Texas, so it's not that far away from me. But
everybody in the chat's going too, pretty much. Oh.
Yay! We'll all get to meet. Yay! Yeah. I'll collect you all as friends.
So yeah, oh my God, that's even more exciting now. But yeah, Rebels and Realms, and then I'm doing Sinners and Stardust in August with Ivan Maria. We're sharing a booth, so that's fun.
And this is something kind of new. So I'm just gonna do a little speed round with you real quick, okay? But it's not. It's nothing. It's just funny stuff. It's nothing.
Okay.
Nothing scary. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Nope.
Okay. What would be your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, Melissa Etheridge. Only one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I rock out to that one.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite color?
Purple.
Me too. Okay. Go-to booth beverage.
Like in here, water.
Water. Okay.
Boring. But,
That's okay. Favorite candy?
oh gosh. I like these like the lifesavers, but the gummy ones, the purple bag. That one,
Mm-hmm. Anything gummy. Yeah.
pretty much.
Salty or sweet?
Both. That's hard. Depends. It depends.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm depends too.
Yeah, because like, oh gosh, I just like snacking in general, but
Right? Just snack it. Just snack. I don't care.
I guess if I had to pick, I mean both, 100% both. But if I had to pick, I'd pick salty.
I mean, we are white shoes girlies at heart, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
White shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a word that always trips you up?
I can't even say it now. I hate when it's in books too. Anomaly.
Now, Dani, I hate to tell you this, but you know this is going to be the clip.
All right, hold on. Let me fix my hair if this is going to be the clip. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Dani.
Anonymity.
Anonymity?
I sound like Nemo.
like when he says anemone.
Yeah, that's me. Anonymity. Anonymity. I can't say it. I can't say it. And there was one book that I did, and she said it like 5 times, and I'm like, oh my God. Anonymity. Anonymity. I can't. I cannot.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, Rob said somebody reset Dani. Do we need to push a button?
It's a lost cause, that word. If that word is in a manuscript, I literally will have to tell the author, like, yeah, you gotta change the word.
Yeah, you gotta pick something else. You gotta pick something else.
It's a
That's
no.
hilarious. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I did not know that was gonna be that funny. So yeah. Okay, summer or winter? Nothing seems as good now.
Summer, I don't like the cold.
Phone call or text?
Depends on the person.
That's so true.
Because like we said earlier, not everybody understands text. You know? So sometimes it's just like, I'm just gonna call you, you know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've very much become very appreciative of the voice note. Hence, I mean, speaking and then just sending it, but also not having to be on the phone.
Yeah, I'm the queen of voice memos, 100%.
Love it. Love it. Nothing better.
Especially when you're texting your kids. Like, I can tell my son, like, I love you, have the best day ever, don't forget this, blah, 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 blah. And he'll reply with, okay. Like, okay. I gave birth to you. Like, that's all I get.
Can I get a little respect?
Can I have it? I love you back? Like, dang.
Put a little respect on that K, sir.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Get it. What is your most used emoji?
The smirk. I can't even do it. The smirk.
The smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey. Well, you did great. That's the speed round. That wasn't that bad. See?
All right.
Except for anonymity.
Anonymity. I said it. Anonymity.
You're close.
Anonymous. Anonymity. Anonymity. No. Mm-mm.
I'm not. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move on. We're going to move on from that.
Thank you. It's going to sound
Um,
interesting, actually.
so, other than the fact that you can't say anonymity, what would be something that people would be surprised to know about you? I didn't mean to do that when you drink, I promise.
It made it more fun. Something like surprise about.
Something people would be surprised to know about you. Probably not anyone in this chat because they all know you, but.
Well, I mean, besides like, oh, I got a good one. So, I'll tell you the story of how I paid for nursing school.
I'm all ears.
Dani was a poker dealer in an underground poker room.
I love that. I love that.
I didn't take any student loans. I worked the card games in the underground poker game.
It's just another sales. It's just another sales position, girl. I mean, you got that.
I was a mean, quick dealer too.
And, I bet.
And I had no student loans, and I had fun.
That's a way to do it.
And I can kick anybody's ass in poker.
Respect.
Thank you.
I love poker. I love beating men at poker. Like, there's nothing better.
Yeah. Or I love schooling them when they're like trying to question me, and I'm like, Card game scene in Men of Mayhem.
Yes. Yeah. That was so good.
I'm just good at reading people.
Yeah.
Like, I have that like gift, and so it helps in poker.
Yep.
I can look through your eyes and know what you have.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And don't put on your sunglasses either. I still know.
Oh yeah, that's a tell right there.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so last couple of questions I have, and if you need to go, just let me know.
No, I'm good.
I know you love everyone that you work with, and I know that you prefer and you love listening to them, but who would you say, like, before you became a voice actor was like your auto listen, like a narrator that you just like loved?
Besides Rob.
Yes, besides Rob.
Because I did love him before I know him. So
okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Palmini is really talented. Really enjoy his work because he does like so very versatile. You know, like
he's so versatile. It's
just so dark like character, and so I enjoy his work.
I agree.
Yeah, but Rob, of course.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
He's my buddy.
That's awesome. All right. So going out on, do you feel like you have found your calling? Like, is this your like soul job? Like, is this what you were meant to do?
That's a really deep question. I would be in this career for as long as it'll have me. Mm-hmm. As long as it's the way it's going now, where I'm happy to come down here and work, happy to make connections with amazing people, these people in the chat, great authors. The minute things start to get not fun or not rewarding or toxic or make me have panic attacks and make me question my reason for doing this, then it's not for me, you know. And that's kind of like that every 10 years thing I talked about earlier with women, you know, like we need to feel appreciated and or just everybody, people need to be appreciated. And that's why toxic situations make people leave. And so as long as this career is doing what it's doing now and making me smile and I have the support, then I'll do it for as long as it'll have me.
And I think toxicity breeds from resentment, and you seem like a very honest person. So I think as long as you keep it real and you keep it honest with people, a lot of times those toxic things don't really come up. That's how you keep your circle tight, and you keep it honest, and you don't let toxic people in.
Yeah.
And I think, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I know who my people are, and then people that aren't my people, well then I separate from that and
Yeah.
keep my sanity and
Just another good thing about being over out of your 20s and for me out of your 30s, because it's
same.
like I
Yeah.
don't mind. I don't need it,
Nope.
you know.
I'm 40 years old. I've been through a lot of stuff and I don't need any drama or negativity in my life.
I got
So
enough stuff to do.
it needs to be positive, it needs to be fun, it needs to make me happy, and if it doesn't, then I have to reevaluate it.
Right. Right. And I mean, you're still there for other people. You're still putting yourself out there, and you still are, doing things for others. But if it doesn't serve you in the end, it's not
Right.
worth it.
Yeah, I
It's not
gotta
worth
fill my
it.
karma bank, and I'm also just a giver, I want people to succeed, even sometimes before me. That could
Yeah.
just be the Scorpio in me, it could be the mother in me, it could be just a decent human being in me. But I'm that person that'll sacrifice myself for others, for people I love. And so, you know, sometimes you can't do that. You have to always, you can't pour from an empty glass. You have to take care of yourself and all that stuff too. Um, but yeah, I love what I'm doing.
You can tell.
Thank you.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why people gravitate towards you, because you do love what you're doing. And when people love what they're doing, it shows, and you draw people to you. So I mean, it's all connected.
Oh yeah. I try to show myself a lot too, and in an industry where it's hard to do that because there are people that need to stay hidden for many reasons.
Yes.
I am fortunate that I can show my face for now. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. But I think that's really important because people want to do business with you because of you, not because of your talent. And it's the truth. Because there are so many talented people out there, but if they're not like a good person or they're not known for being, I mean, you hear it all the time about actors in Hollywood, like, oh yeah, like talented actor, but he's a dick,
Yeah.
ain't doing him. And so like you're never gonna hear that about me because I put others first. I'm the biggest cheerleader and hype girl that you'll ever meet. And I want others to win,
Yeah.
because when they win, everybody wins. The industry wins. That comes back to me in some way. And,
100%.
Yeah.
It does. And it always does. I mean, it's not even just a theory. Like, it does. It always comes back to you. It may not be right away, and it may not be the way you want it to or the way that you think it should, but it'll always come back to you. So, I mean, I think you're definitely a good example of that. Man, Dani, I just appreciate you so much talking to me and taking a chance on chatting with me, and you're the first person who filled out my form.
I saw
You're
yeah.
you're just
I saw that
so,
post.
like, you have a special place in here now, and I just really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. And you really are. You're such a good cheerleader. You've everything I've sent you, you've hyped, you've sent out, and I really appreciate that. So,
You're welcome.
but I think you're awesome, and I loved the book that I listened to. I'm definitely going to listen to
Wonderland. I'll send you
Wonderland. Yes, it literally, because I was going through my stories earlier, and I saw you, and I saw that book, and I was like, that's next. I'm gonna do that one next. So
It's a good one.
it looks really good. Yeah.
It's a good one.
And thank you everyone in the chat for hanging. And I know that you guys love Dani, and I love that you were here, and I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for saying such nice things. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I do apologize, Dani. There will be a clip soon of you saying anonymity.
Okay.
I'll do my best. I'll make it really sweet, though.
It's all good. Whatever helps your show. And
I'm just kidding. I am not going to do that to you.
I don't. Listen,
I'm just kidding.
Listen, like we said, once you get to our age, you don't care. But no, it's true. And I just want to thank you again because you don't have to do this, and you do, and it helps us. So you're appreciated as well. And then
anonymity.
I thought you were teaching me how to say it.
And a syntax error. Okay, Rob.
I'm gonna have to do some coaching with him. He's gonna have to teach me how to say it like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, we'll go on live one day and we'll just say it, like, we'll sound it out. And oh, I know, Rob, you need to make her a recording of you saying it, and then whenever it pops up, she can just listen to it and she can just sound it out.
Yeah,
she can have it on her phone. See, look, I fixed the problem.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I think you should just like sound it out phonetically, like syllable by syllable. Send her a voice note.
Anonymity. Oh.
Nope.
Nope. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Pure gibberish. That's right. Anonymity. Nope. Anonymity.
Hey, listen. And none. Nim. Itty. Anonymity. There you go.
Anonymity.
Oh God, you almost had it.
Did you ever see the Friends episode when she's teaching him French? That's me. That's me. Yeah,
so close. So close.
I wasn't, though, Alexiana, but thank you for that.
Just a saint's whisper. Okay. Thank you so much, Dani. I really do appreciate you. And definitely, maybe one day we can get you and your group and we'll all have a big chat about a book or something. If you got a new one coming out, let me know and we'll definitely hype it up.
Yeah, definitely. I'll get the boys.
Yeah. It's so nice to meet you. And thank you so much for being so sweet and so supportive. And thank you to everyone in the chat. And the whole episode will be up on my YouTube channel in a couple of days. And I just thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Happy reading.